Hey guys, so it's me. What's going on here? I want to get my thoughts here for All In. All In is less than a week away. Actually, it's coming. It's airing this weekend on Fight Network, Fight TV Network app. Um, I think All In to me is probably one of the most important things in professional wrestling of modern day. Just for the simple fact that these are a group of guys that are coming together to put on a show with no backing. They don't have no backing of Ring of Honor, no financial backing from New Japan. This is just a group of guys, Cody Rhodes and the Young Bucks coming together to book the show and bringing some of the hottest non-signed WWE talent to the show and just put on one of the best, hopefully one of the best wrestling shows in modern history. I've never been the biggest Cody Rhodes fan, but I've learned to respect Cody since him leaving WWE. Here you have a guy who felt like he should be, after being with the company for, an ample amount of time, 8 to 10 years, he felt like he should have been put on a higher plateau. And he tried to work hard to get the attention of the key people, mostly Vince and Triple H, to see him as one of those top players and show and prove, hey, I can be one of those guys. When they didn't see eye to eye, with Cody said, okay, you know what? I'm going to take my ball. I'm going to leave. You don't see me in the same light that I feel like I should be valued. I'm going to go elsewhere and I'm going to make something out of myself because I know I can be one of those key bit players. And you fast forward a year and a half later, maybe 2 years now, Cody Rhodes has found success in Ring of Honor, being the Ring of Honor heavyweight champion last year. Was part of the Bullet Club, one of the hottest factions in the wrestling scene. And he has a key, and he's even one of the bit players in New Japan. And I know he has a title shot against Juice Robinson for the United States title in New Japan for the Fighting Spirit event. But still, here's a guy who's found success outside of WWE, and it's kind of like prove the naysayers wrong and prove the critics wrong. And for that, I have a newfound respect for Cody. And then from going there to now to taking it to the next level to doing this whole All-In show that, started off on a bet from Dave, not really a bet, but just kind of like a tweet from Dave Meltzer, who said that he doesn't think that, Ring of Honor would sell out a 10,000 seat arena. And Cody Rhodes was like, hey, give me a year, you're on, bet. And sure enough, 14, 15 months later, and we have this event coming this Saturday. They sold out here at Sears Center, 10,000 seat arena within 30 minutes, which was awesome. They have some marquee talent that's going to be performing at this show. You got Kazuchi Okada versus Marty Scurll. You've got Rey Mysterio teaming up with the Young Bucks in a 6-man tag match. You've got Kenny Omega fighting Pentagon Jr., which is the first. And you've got Cody Rhodes himself fighting Nick Aldis for the NWA Heavyweight Championship and try to bring, some prestige back to that title. And everything that Billy Corgan, I may have mentioned even before, everything that Billy Corgan has been doing with the NWA brand since purchasing it and trying to reinvigorate the NWA name and the brand and the importance of the NWA Championship. This has been some good stuff. Not the biggest fan of Nick Aldis, but I hope Cody wins the title because I think that would just really help elevate that NWA Championship even more. I mean, to say, hey, you're holding the belt that your father once held when NWA meant something. Now to have that same hold on to that same belt and be the new face in the resurgence of the NWA name and the NWA brand, I think that tells a great story. And I've been enjoying the build between these two, and the 10 Pounds of Gold series, documentary, like mini documentaries or whatever, that has been building the All-In pay-per-view, but mostly this match in particular, I think has been great. Just good storytelling, old school throwback wrestling. So I really think All In is a big deal for the wrestling community not just for the wrestlers involved themselves, but even just for the fans. I really hope this thing is successful. I mean, who knows what can spin off from it? Maybe, you know, with the success of All In, we might get maybe an All In 2, maybe like next year or something, maybe the year after that. I mean, who knows where this could go if, you know, they play their cards right and this is really successful, which I hope it is. I wouldn't see why it wouldn't be. You know, like I said, this could be a yearly thing, or maybe, you know, every 2 years. Who knows where it goes? But I definitely, it feels special because it feels like a bunch of like entrepreneurs, a bunch of, you know, fans, a bunch of guys grouping together to like put their destiny in their own hand and kind of say, you know, fuck you to the machine, fuck you to the naysayers or anybody else who doesn't believe in them. They believe in themselves. They're gonna, you know, collaborate together, get together, and they're gonna put on a hell of a show. And I think that's admirable. You know, just from, you know, a business perspective, you know, I think it's cool. Like I said, I just think it's cool. So I'm excited for All In this coming Saturday. The card looks pretty solid. You have some of the best indie talent that you can get on this card. It's going to be great. I think a lot of people are going to be watching for this. Some might be watching for this to succeed. Others might watch this to hope it fails. I definitely gotta believe some people within WWE are going to be looking at this as well. Vince may or may not pay attention to this show. I think Vince kind of had one eye closed, but the other one open towards the Ring of Honor New Japan Madison Square Garden show next year at WrestleMania weekend. I think Vince would probably pay more attention to that. But I think people like maybe Road Dogg, Triple H, maybe even oh god, I forget his name, Michael Hayes, Paul Heyman. I think a few select key people that's in WWE that's within Power. I think they're going to be keeping an eye out for this All In show and see how it does. I'm excited for it. Like I said, I think this is an historic mark. I mean, the fact that they're even doing this, you know, with, like I said again, no financial backing from anyone, but just this is like money that they've made out of their own pocket, coming out of their own pocket because they believed in it. I think it's really cool, and I think this is an important history and for modern day wrestling. It kind of reminds me a little bit of the ECW story, where, you know, when ECW had their very first pay-per-view, I think it was called Guilty as Charged. But, you know, here's a company, ECW, that have been struggling, you know, for 5 or 6 years since they separated from NWA, and this is their first true pay-per-view, and how it was just really a team effort. Everyone from the fans, the wrestlers themselves, and everyone in production. It was like their baby that they worked hard for. It kind of feels like that to me. It feels like, you know, it's something special because it's not something that's fabricated from a big company. You know, it's something that, you know, a small group, a small team coming together to make this, and, you know, and to make it happen. So I'm excited for this. I think there might be some cool surprises coming out of it. I'm trying to think of some other matches that's on this card. There was an over-the-budget battle royale, I believe, a 15-man battle royale, and whoever wins that battle royale gets a title shot against Jay Lethal for the Ring of Honor World Championship later in the night. So that's going to be cool. I'm trying to think. I think those are the only mark. I'm pretty sure I might be missing a match or two, but those are the key matches for this pay-per-view. And again, like I said, Cody Rhodes versus Nick Aldis. I hope Cody Rhodes wins the NWA Championship because I think that would say something to have him win that belt and be the new face of, like, you know, NWA, and, you know, to do what Billy Corgan and Dave Lagana, what they've been doing so far with NWA. I think it'll be much more beneficial, you know, and astronomical if they had Cody Rhodes and put him in that slot as the heavyweight champion and doing what they're doing and trying to resurge NWA. So you guys let me know what you think about All In. Are you going to check it out? Are you going to watch it this Saturday? I think the pre-show starts at 6 p.m. That's for the 15-man Battle Royale. Do you consider this event to be like an historic moment? for modern day wrestling. I want to hear your thoughts in the box below. Do yourself a favor, hit that like button and subscribe and the notification. Peace out.